Hey Evan, welcome to stream. It's been a while. Hope you're doing alright. Just booted up the game. Oh, is it like a mini-series of sorts? Animated, live action? Sort of deal? Hey, Jer. Oh, is it Alien Stage? Is that what I'm... Can I guess that name? Alien Stage? Because that sounds familiar to that premise. It is? Yeah, I thought so. It was like sad YouTube series, then you said songs, and I'm like, yep, that's one. Blink gone. Okay. I'm doing okay, Jer. Just, I did my dailies at lunch, so we're good. We're just gonna jump straight into the story. Let's go. Got you into it? Gotcha. I need to catch up on that. I haven't seen it in a while, so I kind of lost the plot. Yeah, I get you, man. Alright. We are in the middle of this Trailblaze Continuance.
March 7th. Have you taken the time to consider my suggestion?
Your suggestion? Oh, wait. Which Miss Ting-Yoon are you again?
And congrats on Sunday.
It's me! I'm the one who wants every Ting-Yoon to come together to form the Ting-Yoon Merchant Guild. How often do you get the chance to work with yourself? Just imagine how in sync we'll be with one another. We're bound to thrive and prosper. I know we can't leave the dreamscape to trade with the outside world, so that's where you come in, Miss March 7th. Your wits surpass many others, making you the perfect person to handle liaison negotiations on our behalf.
I guess I can consider it.
I'm still building my Sunday at the moment.
There.
Well, that's okay, like
You
friends.
see what I mean, Mr. Yang?
There does appear to be an element of her talking to herself.
Forget about it. How are you gonna clone your bat?
Mr. Yang mentioned the Express's next voyage is to send a passenger back home. Could this lady be from the Xianzhou Alliance?
Yes, more specifically the Xianzhou Luofu.
The Luofu? Didn't the Antimatter Legion launch an ambush on the Luofu some time ago? Was she one of the few survivors?
Quite the contrary. She might have been the person closest to the eye of the storm.
Looks like there's a lot more to this story.
In my case, I only got one Auroron
Story for another time.
I got Chaska,
As host
so
of Dreamscape, do you have any
Malvika is going to be up in the air.
this problem?
I don't have much to go on. Perhaps we should talk to the other Miss Tingyoons here.
That sounds nice. People never forget a personally prepared home-cooked meal. But then again, gifts should be lasting. What about a delightful new bouquet of flowers on the table each day? Wouldn't they do a better job at brightening up someone's day? That sounds like a good idea. If we really want to do this right, though, it's the thought behind the gift that truly matters. The more thought goes into the gift, the better the recipient feels it. She makes a valid point, too.
You sure have a way of not offending anyone.
These three Tingyoons don't look like they'll be reaching a conclusion anytime soon. We won't be able to get a word in.
So, what do you think?
I will say though, with Alien Stage, I've only really seen the trailers
Try a different name.
before I actually watched the episode itself.
I took a leaf out of this Foxian girl's book.
The problem with Miss Tingyoon is just as I suspected before. That prank shattered her into notes that are each a part of her. In other words, it means the Tingyoons we see here are all different aspects of her psyche.
Okay. You just made it sound a whole lot more complicated.
At any rate, this is a known occurrence across the dreamscape. Tuning could be the way to fix it. The only problem is that these Miss Tingyoons are too caught up in their own world. Is there one we can properly speak with?
One that we can speak with? Oh, I think there is one. But it may take me a while to identify her.
Aww. Yeah. Oh, I'll just show off my Sunday build real quick. So, I got him to 80. I gave him the free-to-play like home pass in future. No one else had this, but Sunday makes the perfect use of it. Where the next ally at max superimposition, 32% more damage. Traces, I'm working on it. I currently have 866. Can probably raise more later. Relics, I have Sarsados and then Lushaka. Trying to get a lot of crit damage, effect res, and speed. Not working out too well, unfortunately. Some are better than others. No other Eidolons. For now.
Walking in the street and what a weird dream.
This Miss Tingyoon looks like she's sleepwalking. Nope, not her. Huh? Yikes. She's scary. No, I won't be able to talk to her.
Yeah, it was actually like joked on the special program that that the relics that the Sarsados said are just like Sunday's clothes. Take it from him.
You can't fly? Why? I can. I can fly. A long time ago, a big girl flew with me really high into the sky. I'll take you next time. Pinky promise? Should we get someone to watch over her?
Nah, I think she's perfectly fine on her own. The childlike innocence that adults have is a lot more resilient than you can imagine.
Even if that's true, it doesn't apply to her.
Oh, were you all looking for me?
I don't have a particular favorite on Alien Stage. I just tend to like maybe listen to the song, watch the video maybe once, and that'll be it.
Oh, were you
Then I
on
just
the
wait until the next one comes out, really.
Enter. If I remember correctly, this Miss Tingyoon's trait is...
It's nothing special, really.
She ought to meet your one we can properly speak with requirement, right?
Worth a try. My lady, if I may, I wish to perform a tuning on you.
Kinda, yeah.
Before you start, you should know that we're keeping our eyes on you. If you even think about taking Miss Tingyoon hostage.
It is not my intention to provoke you. Perhaps, as assurance, we can have my friend here perform the task in my stead. One who has a higher mastery of the harmony than I do.
That is true.
If you still have concerns, you are also free to restrain me while he performs the tuning.
There's no need for that. You're acting so... sincere. I'm actually surprised.
Are you alright with this, Miss Tingyoon?
I go as the wind blows, so you may decide for me.
Then kindly forgive our intrusion. Please do your best, One Week.
Ah, Fantilia's still there.
Did any of you hear a voice just now?
A voice?
Never mind.
Look, it's working.
Never did I expect that every encounter with you would always be in moments of distress.
There she is.
Did I conduct myself improperly?
There she is.
Miss Tingyoon, you're finally back. You may be small, but you're pretty amazing. Huh? What's wrong?
It's nothing. Just a trivial matter.
What do you sense?
I should have let you handle it yourself. This girl is not as ordinary as she appears. I nearly died. Just now.
The mysteriousness of feud.
Don't be afraid. What is this place? No matter what you see, you only need to remember one thing. You're not alone.
Oh, Ruan Mei?
Who are you? And who am I?
I guess this is where Fugue is being reborn.
Is that where I came from? And where does this path lead?
Let's find out.
That looks so familiar. Does she want to lead me somewhere?
The life support pod is ready. There were only minor issues.
That's great. Otherwise, that person from Xianzhou might not be able to hold on much longer.
You're still trying. There's no precedent for saving someone who was destroyed by a Lord Ravager. Will it even work?
I'm not a genius, so I don't understand the logic behind it.
Yep, it's true on me.
Possible, then it must be.
Excuse me. Could you tell me where I am? Can they not hear me? This girl is... Tingyun. What a familiar name. Do I know her?
Don't question it. Keep moving forward.
It's you.
Hey, Knight.
These are wounds left by
Uh-oh.
destruction.
Who's your
They
main?
have taken root within your body and cannot be removed.
Destruction? I don't understand. Please, who are you? And why won't you show yourself?
I can't go to you. All I can do is wait for you to finish walking this path.
You want me to go through here? Do I have to fight it?
There's no need for that. It's too dangerous, and you can't do it anyway.
Okay,
Don't
give her a
fight it.
chance.
Embrace it. Try to coexist with it.
Expert
Look at
already?
it as
Bruh, you've been
your own
grinding.
Scars.
That's good.
My scars?
I was planning on playing Unite a little bit tonight, but
Wait!
I want to finish Star Rail first. Oh, not really? You probably could though.
Is this called coexisting?
Don't worry. As I said before.
I mean, only 34 games is something else, man.
Farewell.
Oh. Show no mercy.
This mortal will watch over you and guide you on your path.
Did that hurt?
Serenity is before me.
There's no time to wait.
Let's prove can you find the answer.
I mean, that's still quite a bit of games.
Conflict is pitiless. You chose the wrong enemy. Show no mercy.
Did that hurt?
Follow my cue. It's thunder.
Doubt farewell.
Conflict is pitiless. I'll see you off. Show no
Do
mercy.
it again.
It's of no consequence.
I'll go with your spiffy.
There's no time here. There's thunder.
Serenity is before me. This mortal will watch over you and guide you on your path.
Conflict is pitiless.
Man, I love Sunday.
You chose the wrong enemy.
No power like team.
Overcome the thorns.
Alright, do your thing.
Torment and doubt farewell.
Here, there's thunder. Show no mercy.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm probably gonna stop at around like 7:30. Just because I don't want to blitz through this all at once.
Why are there still so many of them?
Because that's when the reset is.
Defeated either?
As I said before, you can't defeat them.
There she is.
No one can.
Ruan Mei.
You can fall into the darkness and die alongside these scars of the destruction. Or bring them with you when you return to the world here. These are your two choices.
Return to the world? What are you saying? No wonder those two ignored me. Am I just a wandering spirit now?
Close, but not quite.
So, I'm trapped between life and death? Existing in a limbo?
You can think of it that way.
Damn, Ruan Mei, you're not helping her.
Based on what you said, even if I should wake up, these wounds that caused my death will remain on my body and never heal? I don't understand. You appear to be trying to save me, benefactor. But why are you telling me all this?
It's a habit of mine. I believe everyone should have the right to choose whether they wish to return to this world or not.
Be that as it may, I don't remember anything. There's nothing to help me make a choice.
That doesn't matter. I believe the desire to live was born from nothing to begin with. You may also prove yourself to be the exception. I would also be pleased with that result.
It is, yeah.
How troublesome. But I suppose that's part of living.
Survival or destruction is no longer a choice for you. They both now grow along the same path. And only by walking this path will you break through the darkness and arrive at my side.
There she is. But I wonder why Ruan Mei had or took Ting Yun in for the first place. It must have been some lore I skipped. Most likely.
Feeling more awake. Congratulations. You attained your very first victory in this tug of war. It's a good start.
This is...
Let me explain. You were attacked by a Lord Ravager. By all rights, you should not have survived. But someone didn't agree with that assessment, and it just so happens I was able to fulfill his request.
Who's he?
The other merchants.
Who is he?
I don't know.
Why me?
Because you were the most unfortunate.
I think it was Genuine.
Hands of that Lord Ravager, who destroyed your body and spirit. Yet, you were also the most fortunate. Her desire to claim everything about you for herself meant she needed time, so you were spared
It's either Genuine or someone else.
There is only a fine line between resurrection and escaping death. Yet, they couldn't be more different. If you had truly died, I would have been powerless to do anything for you.
My body feels strange.
I'm sorry. I can't let you regain your ability to feel just yet. You'd be in excruciating pain. Your body was contaminated by the destruction and suffered severe damage. As I said before, these wounds will stay with you for the rest of your life. To prevent its resurgence, I made some minor modifications to your body. Or more specifically, your tail. You'll have to learn to adapt to it. Unfortunately.
Oh.
The price of survival is...
I guess that's why her ult is the Ninetales now.
Regardless, I'm grateful to you for saving my life.
There's no need for that. This was merely a transaction. With this, the debt between the traveling merchant and me is clear.
Oh, traveling merchant. Locha?
Don't worry about it. You should
Locha cashed in this favor?
By the time you wake up, you won't remember any of these details. I'll arrange for someone to send you home. Which reminds me, you seem to have some dependable friends with close ties to you. You should go with them. It can only help with your recovery to hear more about your past.
I wonder how, though. Okay. That's basically like a flashback sequence. So it was Locha. Interesting. Must have been some pretty incredible information, I guess.
Are you alright?
Did I pass out?
The tuning rebounded and affected 1 week instead. This is no ordinary woman.
I suppose there's no point in hiding it from you anymore. Miss Ting-Yun is originally from the Xianzhou. She had an unfortunate encounter with a Lord Ravager who robbed her of her identity and left her on the verge of death. While she miraculously escaped with her life, her body suffered terrible injuries beyond her power to heal.
But something happened to change that outcome?
Yes, a genius got involved. She's very accomplished in the field of life sciences and managed to grant Miss Ting-Yun a shot at survival. After that, she asked the Express to escort Miss Ting-Yun back home. We made a stop at Penacony along the way, partly to allow her some time to convalesce.
I'm so sorry. I thought no one would be affected if I hid inside a dream. I didn't expect so many mishaps to happen.
That's alright. So long as nobody was hurt. Can I get something to drink? feel like I've been asleep for 10 years.
That's fine. We should find another place to talk anyway. We drew some attention with that commotion earlier.
Shortly after.
So glad again. I'm a local, you know.
You'll have to make do.
In any case, I must thank the both of you for your assistance.
It was nothing. Now that the matter with Miss Ting-Yun is resolved, are we meeting your other two companions next?
There's no need for that. Mr. 1 Week is in poor condition, so let's wrap up your farewells first. I'll leave Miss Ting-Yun in your hands.
Huh?
Alright.
But, Mr. Yang, the messenger from the Xianzhou is almost here. You're not coming with us?
I trust that you can handle it. Besides, Himiko will be there. She'll be able to handle any decisions should you run into any difficulties.
Okay. We better hurry then.
Alright, well, it's probably gonna have a talk with someday.
This is ridiculous. Shall we keep going then? Did you forget already? Miss Ting-Yun is going back to the Alliance, so we're here to help her pick out souvenirs.
I'm not too familiar with this planet. I'm worried an unscrupulous cutthroat merchant will try to take advantage of me. Luckily, the people I want to buy these gifts for are friends you already know on the Xianzhou. So I'll be counting on both your stakeholder intuitions for recommendations.
As if a merchant could seriously take advantage of you.
No, I already picked up a few gifts earlier. So that means there's only 3 more left to go. But we've already lost a lot of time. So we better not drag our feet.
Oh, gotta go upstairs. To the mall. Boop.
Welcome. How can I help you?
Hello there. It's my first time visiting the Dreamscape, so I wanted to buy some local specialties as souvenirs for my friends back home. My 2 friends here are more familiar with the Dreamscape and recommended your shop, so I'm here to take a look.
Why, you really know how to flatter. Go ahead. Browse all you like.
And she literally
Lady Fushuan of the Divination Commission.
came back from the brink of death.
What best suits her?
You know, is what it is.
Did you pick that because of her third eye?
A meticulously thought out and interesting suggestion. It'll make for a novel gift. Let's go with that. Next is General Jing Yuan. Come to Clock Studios theme park to learn more about the history of the planet of festivities. I think the General will like this gift. Finally, we have Lady Bailu of the Alchemy Commission. She loves excitement. That's a good idea. It might be commonplace, but it's still the specialty of Penacony. It would make for an ideal gift to bring home. That's all of them. Please wrap them up for me. Thanks to both your help, everything went smoother than I expected. And it looks like we still have some time to spare.
Why don't we pay another visit to the Dreamscape sales store? You can find memory bubbles
Hey, Steph.
pretty much anywhere.
What's up?
Penacony's dream bubbles are extraordinary.
Oh, didn't watch Harumasa thing yet.
Get them as
I
gifts.
forgot.
We can
Damn.
keep them as souvenirs for ourselves.
A souvenir for myself. That's definitely an idea I can get behind. But there's one more thing I wish to do. Since this is our last stop, could I have a word with you two in private? Perhaps somewhere more secluded. I'd like to discuss a personal matter.
I had a feeling you'd ask that first.
This is a good spot.
Miss Ting-yoon,
Hope you're feeling better,
what's
Steph.
this about?
You know, gotta take it easy.
You've looked out for me during our travels together these past few days. I'm truly grateful and can't thank you enough. But there are some things I find difficult to forget. I feel it's only right that I tell you what's
Muscle.
on my mind before we part ways.
I saw that stuff.
Do you two still remember what it was like when you first saw me?
How could we forget? He was so shocked. He was frozen in place when he shouted.
Exactly. And that's precisely why I haven't been able to shake off this strange feeling in the days since I started traveling with you. When I asked for your names, I couldn't help but think that this first encounter was actually a long-awaited reunion for you. I've heard about what happened to you on the Xianzhou. And I've got to admit that Fantilia's disguise was so perfect, it was like another me tricking everyone.
Yeah, we couldn't even tell when you were replaced by Fantilia.
Yeah, when was she?
We figured it happened when we were after Kafka. You vanished for a while. I thought you must have come back as a double.
But it was much earlier than that.
Ooh.
That thought has me filled with sorrow. As if a piece of my
So I guess it was pretty
was
much
stolen away.
on the instant we landed on the low food that Ting-yoon was
That's what
targeted.
I've been puzzled about too. I never actually saw how Fantilia managed to disguise herself as me. What was your impression of that Ting-yoon, if you recall? That's just the nature of the Foxians. It's widely known that mystery is the key to our allure. So, what did she seem like to you? I'll just assume that's a compliment. Maybe next time you could just say silver-tongued. Was there anything particularly memorable?
Now's not the time for those kinds of jokes.
Now the final question. In your eyes, am I just like the Ting-yoon you remember?
Wait, don't you find that question a bit weird? You're the real Ting-yoon. Why compare yourself to an imposter?
Miss March, you might have the wrong idea. I'm just feeling a mix of regret and relief.
Uh-huh.
As a merchant, staying well-informed is crucial. It's only natural for me to stay updated on the events of the Lawfu before I return. If I had rushed in and out back then, I wouldn't have been much help. Instead, I would have postponed the trip and sought assistance from allies, but in that case...
We wouldn't have crossed paths.
Exactly. Based on your description, that Lord Ravager was indeed cunning. Her demeanor mirrored mine so closely that it felt like she was living my life for a few days, rather than merely disguising herself. I regret missing out on your Xianzhou journey. But everything that unfolded afterward, aside from the scheming, played out exactly as if I'd been there. This leads me to consider another possibility. Fantilia had stolen a piece of my life, and a Foxian always gets even. I will not be taken advantage of. I must take something back from her as well.
Oh.
But after thinking it over, the only thing that could be considered equal value is the bond I have with all of you.
Power friendship.
That thought has brought me great comfort. And
10 out of 10.
I know how to speak to you properly. We've never even met before, and here you are, offering your help, just as before. I should have treated you with respect, but fear of Fantilia made me act like somebody else. And now, I will reclaim everything I have lost. And it should begin with a proper acknowledgement. Dear benefactors, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to you.
That's sweet.
Looks like we're off to a good start. Moving forward, I'll definitely be trying more things like this from now on. And you, my dear benefactors, will be my source of courage.
Miss Ting-Yoon, that's way too over the top. Just don't make any risky decisions. It might overwhelm him.
We'll see. I just hope the Ting-Yoon in your memories won't be tainted by Fantilia anymore. Alright, no more questions. I hope I didn't take up too much of your time. Let's continue on our way.
Aw, that's sweet.
A dream about you. Welcome to the Dreamscape Sandstorm.
We're looking for some dreams to give as gifts. Something exotic and preferably captivating.
Just a friendly reminder. Being too picky won't help you find the best dream. Just to dampen your spirits ahead of time. That being said, there are always some lucky exceptions. Not too long ago, I procured a dream bubble that sounds perfectly. The story unfolds in the Shinjo Alliance. The young sword master strives to become the sword champion. However, his junior foxy sword just turned 100, puts him in a tough spot.
Why does that sound oddly familiar?
Since I'm returning to the Shinjo, I think it's better to choose something unrelated to the Alliance. Feel free to pick a few for me.
That's okay, Knight, yeah.
So easy to work.
So easy to take advantage of, you mean? Just don't pick anything weird, okay?
Oh, speaking of dreamscapes, I have a gift for you, my benefactors. After troubling you all this time, I couldn't leave without properly expressing my thanks. Here's a dream bubble for you. I hope you enjoy it.
Wow. That's really nice of you.
Here are the dream bundles I prepared for you. Thank you for your business.
Well, it looks like everything's finally in order. I suppose it's time to head back?
I think that's carve the moon leave the clouds like on art. Nice. I think I'm actually getting closer to ending this continuance. It feels like it's wrapping up. I could be wrong though.
I can't believe it's time for Miss Ting-Yoon to leave. I'm not ready to say goodbye just yet.
She'll be in the second half, March. Don't worry. Going for a fugue is gonna be rough. I'm gonna have to really believe in the 50-50. Because I think right now I'm literally at 0. Again. Literally at 0. So, it won't be going for, more so attempting for a fugue. A very strong attempt. I miss your voice, Himeko.
Delayed on the way. Mr. Yang will explain in detail when he gets back. Has the messenger from the Shinjo arrived yet?
And there she is. Ruan Mei. No, not Ruan Mei.
Long time no
I
see.
thought she would be back again. But hey, Yukong, what's good?
Madam Yukong?
I've imagined this moment many times. I was worried I might embarrass myself in front of you. I even rehearsed every word beforehand.
Just hug already. Big ol' hug. Just do it. This ain't the Xianzhou.
Now it seems it was unnecessary.
Come on, give us the cutscene of hugging. Come on. Bring it in.
I'm here to take you home.
Give it. Come on. You know you want to. Just. Well, alright. Never mind. But yeah, just give them some space. And then they can hug.
Madam Yukong, I wasn't expecting it to be you. What a wonderful surprise.
I wanted to come because, after all, it's you who's coming home.
Yeah, me of all people.
Your body. It's going to be tough from now on, isn't it?
I've already escaped death once. What more could I ask for? Also, it's not all bad. I might even beat you at arm wrestling now.
You're still the same, carefree as always. I have a lot I'd like to tell you, but I'll save it for the road. It's a long journey back to the Luofu. Even if we can't completely rid you of the pain, there must be ways to alleviate it on the Xianzhou.
I have no doubt. But since we're alone here, may I ask you one more thing? Do I really have to go back to the Luofu?
Why? You don't want to?
Despite Fantilia's ruthlessness, she spared me when I should have been eliminated. And why did Miss Ron Mei, who has no ties to the Xianzhou, go out of her way to save me? It seems as if I've become a pawn in someone else's game.
Honkai Star Rail. Look at it.
Who also believe that the suspect is now on the Yuchua.
If that's the case, it's all the more reason for me not to return to the Luofu and complicate things. I might as well take advantage of this situation.
Take advantage of the situation? What do you mean?
Right now, the marks of ruin inside me maintain a delicate balance. Moreover, they were created by Fantilia herself. If possible, please inform the General and arrange for me to meet with the Marshal. Maybe this body of mine can help the Alliance get one step closer to the Xianzhou's enemies.
Ah, study.
When Ron Mei visited the Luofu earlier, she mentioned what happened to you. This coincided with when the message sent by the Astral Express arrived. The Arbiter Generals concluded that Fantilia did not intend for you to survive. If utilized strategically, this could give the Alliance an element of surprise. If we follow this plan, we must keep your resurrection hidden. But before making any decisions, I want to know what you think. If you wish to go home, I'll support you, no matter what others may say.
Then I'm glad. I shall save you the trouble of hearing what those people may say.
The road ahead is perilous. If you decide to take it, I won't stop you. Maybe I'm being selfish, but I still want to know. Are you choosing this?
Sure thing, Knight. I'll accept it when I open up. Unite.
I've come to see myself clearly in this dream journey. Perhaps it's what people call a blessing in disguise. There is someone who can attest to my true intentions. Please follow me. She should be around here somewhere.
Oh, who is her?
Is that...
After a strange encounter, I was fragmented into multiple Tingyuns.
Oh, right. Okay.
A different aspect of my memories.
In one of them,
There's practice areas inside the
she
game
ventured too far.
if you want to just play around with it.
You mean her? What is she doing?
She's captivated by something that has deeply mesmerized me. As a fleeting emotion, she's no different from a newborn. Her boarding this ship was solely down to her inner impulse.
That's what I heard too, Nay.
Madam Yukong, do you remember?
I'm not too particularly interested in that though.
That was just an
I'm gonna watch
ordinary
like
fight for you.
highlights after it's done.
For a certain child, that was her first experience with the sky.
Of course I remember. Back then, you were still young enough for me to carry.
Aw, baby Tingyun. Yay. Oh, let's try that again. Yeah, Steph's gonna pull Sunday on Sunday. And then she'll get like E6 of them.
You probably still can. Want to give it a try?
I'm afraid you'd be too heavy for me now.
Just kidding.
I remember you kept begging.
I mean, technically, he is imaginary, so you can't imagine that.
Of becoming a pilot. But once you were airborne, you were so nervous that you clung to others for dear life.
This flight was a turning point in my life. The boundless cosmos unfolded before me. I was completely mesmerized, not just by the view, but by a realization. In this world, there are paths beyond waiting for us to explore. Even though I lacked the talent to pilot the star skiff and wasn't much of a warrior, I still chose to travel around with the Merchant Guild. Even to this day, this thrill still courses through me.
That hasn't changed?
Never. Now I can embark once more on my journey as a traveler of no return, exploring the paths that lie.
I really do hope Uwo wins something. For sure.
Speaking of which, how are things with the Whistling Flame?
Or gets close to.
I've left Yan Ming in charge for now. He's reliable, but he can be a bit extreme, and might not always follow your principles as a traveling merchant.
My principles. Forsake what others fight for, and take what others abandon. That's the way to navigate the world and achieve my goals. I will continue to uphold my principles. But now I've also learned that while these merchant principles may apply to humans, they falter in the face of the gods.
But this shouldn't fall on your shoulders to begin with. You are simply an innocent survivor in this war.
Madam Yukong, you were once a survivor in the war too, weren't you? In a hazy dream, I vaguely remember someone telling me that the inescapable price of survival was often more adversity. But, Madam Yukong, the gods use humans as pawns in their cosmic game, sacrificing countless innocent souls. Have you ever thought about making them pay?
Every moment of every day. But as inconsequential as we are, how can we escape the fate of being mere pawns?
Some deep questions right
If
here.
I could choose, I would never want you to become a pawn. I just wish you could still be that carefree little fox, not caught up in this war.
Don't be disheartened, Madame Yukong. Thanks to the favor of the Lord Ravager, I've become a player in this game. Remember, it's often the unassuming pawns, the lone traveler, or the worm that subdues the dragon, that leave even the best strategists helpless. So, now I'll become a cunning speck of dust, and make those masterminds behind the curtains sneeze a few times.
You want to get the Herda and Aglaia? Same here. Might be going a little bit towards Herda though. Maybe. We have to see.
Is this place also affected by the Order?
No, I'm just here to bid farewell. I changed my mind along the way. This journey has too many variables, so it shouldn't matter if we add another.
I
Robin!
knew she would be here.
I didn't. I had a hunch and decided to try my luck. It seems I can be lucky sometimes.
It's not like you to leave things to luck.
I'm trying to change too.
I don't think you need a bystander in this scenario. Go on ahead.
You're not worried I'll take the opportunity to escape?
I believe you're the kind of person that has the ability and desire to use everything to your advantage. But that everything does not include Miss Robin.
Thank you.
Now then, Mr. 1 Week.
I'm not leaving. No way.
Let him stay. He won't be in the way. I actually need 1 week to be there. She shouldn't be seen talking to a fugitive, no matter the circumstances.
You don't intend to reveal your true identity to her?
Both parties don't have to be aware that this is a farewell. I shouldn't put her at risk for my selfishness.
As you wish.
Shall we go then?
I can feel that too, Nate.
Let's go. Our journey can't begin if I can't take this first step.
Let's go, Sunday.
Didn't expect to see you here, Miss Robin.
Who does she see Sunday as? No voice, come on. What's happening here?
My name is 1 Week. I'm a member of the Nightingale family.
Come on, really? Stupid strike.
Too kind, Miss Robin. You must be very busy.
I know, I thought it wouldn't happen to Robin though. I've been very out of the loop in terms of who has voices or not.
Well, perhaps the dreamscape is not so different from reality. When we look up into the night sky, the stars aren't really there. The glimmering lights we see are merely the images of stars from long ago. So, have we ever truly seen a real sky full of stars?
Hey, Ty. Robin knows. She knows.
No. Today is my rest day. There's going to be a show later, so I came early to find a good seat. It's somewhere farther away. They say it's a farewell performance. The kind that's better to listen to from afar than watch it performed live.
Yeah.
Miss Robin, may I stay here with you to gaze at the stars before the show begins? Still, these stars are unfamiliar to me. I don't recognize any of them, and it makes me feel uneasy. Perhaps it's both. The Stellaron disaster may not have had any real consequences.
I'm really happy that it's coming with us on the Express, though.
Still chose to check out.
Like, it's guaranteed.
Now the hotel feels quieter than before. It makes me wonder. What
Especially after his trailer.
I just hope it will not negatively affect you, Miss Robin. Did the person you wanted to say them to leave? Sometimes, what's in your heart doesn't need to be dressed up in words. Maybe he already knows what you wanted to say. If you don't mind me asking, who is it that you wish to encourage? There are many such people on Penacony. Failure is like the setting sun to a dream chaser. It's something that happens every day. I believe they all have the willpower to start anew. Especially after receiving a smile from you, Miss Robin. Are you saying that's not true? Failure may be a good thing for someone like that. Being able to reflect on one's actions is a valuable quality to have. Why is that?
Aww.
I hope so.
Yeah, there's a charming dove.
A dream jigsaw. I see. I'll do my best. I'm still inexperienced, so let's just hope we get lucky. It seems we've been blessed with good fortune today. Another Dreamweaver probably left this behind. It's a habit for this profession. They hope to use these blessings as a foundation for the dreamscape. The second jigsaw piece. Is this a pair of wings or a decoration made of feathers? We should keep looking.
Ah, the broken wings. Alright. Hang on. Let's get the bird at least. Hang on. What's that? What's that? Okay.
It's done. Have a look.
as the instrumental.
Soon I shall travel to those unfamiliar stars, none of which I recognize.
They robbed us of Robin's voice. God damn it, pay your actors. Just pay them. That's all they have to do. Damn it.
But as long as you continue to gaze upon them from here, then those unfamiliar stars will one day be the place of our reunion.
I think Robin knew. Yeah, she knew. She knows her brother well. Yeah, come on.
That didn't seem like a perfect goodbye.
It's enough. I only meant to stay quietly by her side for a bit. Why did you do those unnecessary things?
I think Sunday's like
What things?
Those 2 notes. If someone finds them, they can be used as evidence against her.
Huh. So you can do whatever you want as many times as you want, but I can't.
I think Sunday's older.
I don't want to live with regret for the rest of my life either.
Live with regret.
We're almost done saying our goodbyes, right?
Yes. We only have one last stop. But before we leave, I have a question I'd like to ask you.
Let's wrap this up, I guess. We're almost done.
I'm curious. Why did you become a nameless?
Why the sudden interest?
I always had a feeling that you would never give up on someone who needed help. After spending time with you, I'm even more convinced of this assessment. At this very moment, there are countless worlds above the sky still waiting for the arrival of the Astral Express. Yet you and your companions have chosen to stay here. All for an old friend you never knew, and a notorious fugitive. To trailblaze means to forge ahead. Yet you stop and spend precious time on people just passing by. All the while you believe this is the natural course of action.
That's not what I think at all. Besides, the watchmaker also made a similar choice.
And because of that, he bid farewell to the Express and never walked among the stars again in his lifetime.
Not all journeys lead to the stars. Even if we leave the Express, some trailblazing paths will still continue. You can think of it this way. The title of Nameless doesn't belong to any one person. Each individual will have their own view of what it means to walk this path and will always try their best, no matter the situation. The goal of my trailblazing is not the unknown world, but every living being who exists under the stars. In my homeland, the name Welt means world. It suggests that each person is a world unto themselves, and that we harbor as many possibilities as the distant stars. The connections I gain on my journey are what is most precious to me. This is my way of the Trailblaze, and the reason why I decided to stay here.
Why me?
Like I said before, I left my home in a hurry too. I know how you feel right now. I also know that a person will only be able to truly face themselves once they've decided to say goodbye to their past, the same way you're doing right here, right now. There was never a third person with us, was there?
I told you he'd find out.
should have known nothing could escape your keen eyes.
This is wealth after all. Come on.
Since you already know 1 week's secret, there's no need for me to build up suspense. Let's go. We'll head straight for the finale and take our final bow in this farewell performance.
Oh, is it with the bronze Melodia? Yeah, I think it's the bronze Melodia. Oh, we have to fight? Alright then. I'm gonna make dinner first tonight, then I'll play some Unite. Because I am hungry. Alright.
I know you can hide your appearance, but trespassing on restricted family grounds is still a bold move.
Don't worry, I won't take too much time.
Thanks, Ty.
I was a child when I first
I
visited.
guess you saw the video I posted earlier today.
I remember seeing the light behind the curtains from here, and believing it to be the morning star guiding me toward the land of the dreams. When I returned here many years later
Yeah.
as the head of the
I should have saved for 10 year, but
I finally learned
that Gotenks was a little too spicy for me.
stellar one.
Also, the chance of Jiren was pretty good.
Now that you've returned to the stage, what are you planning?
That was a total of 400 stones total.
Prepare for my departure.
Yeah.
I always believed that a person's starting
It was a pretty special way to get him. I recommend you watch it. It's a very short summoning session.
I've seen the elderly at the end of their lives. As they welcome their final moments, they invariably raise their hands, stretching their arms into the emptiness. Much like how babies also stretch their arms into the air when they are first born. Humanity flaps their
I'm pretty
wings
much back to
towards
zero, so whatever stones I get for 10 years when I get. I'll make attempts,
and
but
that's when they die. In order to flap my own wings,
I'm pretty sure guys like Infinity Nikki because pretty girls, I guess. Makes sense.
I will say goodbye. Here. To the me of yesterday. I really hate this face. My expressions feel so dull and lifeless.
That's weird.
That explains why something always felt off about your appearance. The halo above your head that symbolizes the harmony, it's been missing since the moment we reunited.
It's true that this ring was bestowed upon our people by the heavens. But that doesn't mean it can't be thrown away.
These are some like wallpaper kind of stuff. Like holy. Look at that. Just gonna leave that here. Wow. Actually beautiful.
While I was in the gallery of thoughts, at the entrance of the dream, I chose to completely sever the halo from myself.
Why?
I am a fugitive, after all. I must remove any chance of being detected by the family. Another reason is to feel pain. The pain like falling from the sky with broken wings that can keep me awake. This is how I can cast aside all the blessings of the harmony and the order and
Check your Discord later, so.
time in my life. Enter the sweet dream as an ordinary person.
Is that also how Mr. 1 Week came into this world?
No. You wouldn't believe the real story even if he told you. He was born from an accident. One that you're actually quite familiar with. It was that try not to laugh challenge. Quite embarrassing, to be honest. I was roaming around as an ordinary person when I unfortunately fell into that Pepeshi's trap. The prank that fragmented Miss Tingyun also divided my fragile self into two.
Okay.
Are you saying that he's a part of you? That's quite surprising, given that you two look nothing alike.
You could say he's another possibility of me. I too was once a child, with aspirations buried deep within. Over time, those childhood voices grew increasingly faint. Maybe if I had made a small change in my childhood, I would have turned out to be exactly like him. What a pity. Failing to become a better version of yourself. So, my final farewell will be like that of Miss Ting-Yun. I will perform a tuning on myself and return to my complete form. And this also means that 1 week will vanish for good. That's why I said this was the last stop. Is there a possibility that you will be the one who disappears? No. This is a foregone conclusion. But who's to say there won't be any changes? Maybe deep down, I'm also anticipating this possibility.
Regardless of the
I was kind of hoping for a Jiren in the mix tonight, but whatever.
I'll be waiting for you in the audience.
Even a single Gotenks is pretty
Much
solid.
appreciated.
Yeah, no, it is really solid, so I can't say much. My Majin Buu 200% is silly, too.
Anticipating this possibility. You've really changed. In the past, you wouldn't have tolerated any noise at all. I'm about to embark on an unknown journey where it will be impossible to maintain my orderly life. I will have to navigate unexpected surprises, much like today.
I'm still sad I don't have Tech UI as well.
You're not ready at all.
Makes me sad. I also used the coins as well for like the last set of banners before they shifted.
Ever since I left,
I exchanged for LR Beast Gohan, the 200% movie hero Gogeta, the physical blue Gogeta, and I think I also exchanged for the Super Easy 8 into Ult Gohan.
your presence has shown me that surprises
So,
aren't always
pretty solid pickups. I still haven't made Beast or Gogeta
It's
yet.
been a great help to me, and I'm glad to have discovered this side of myself. I also feel grateful for the opportunity to tell you this in person. I truly dislike you. What? Are you sure you didn't mean the opposite? I must admit, many of your qualities strike a chord with me. There are times when I want to joke around, freely express my thoughts, or openly share my dislike of a person. Or my fondness. I want to tell her that I love all her songs. Then go for it, Sonny. You always talk about locking the bird in the cage, but you're the one who's trapped. Look at yourself. Besides discipline and hesitation, there's nothing else in your life. If you continue living like a slab of marble, you'll break into pieces when you fall. But I won't become like you. I simply can't. I dislike people who are frivolous. It makes me uncomfortable to even emulate them. If I fail, I will still uphold my principles, such as decorum and stateliness. As for the harmony, my stance remains the same. Whether it's you or the paths, if what I once doubted, or even opposed, becomes the force I must rely on in the future, then this time, my true heart will guide the tuning. I'll leave it to you. What is this? Leaving your fate entirely up to a coin flip? This isn't like you at all. Did you lose your mind after being run over by the Express? Or were you possessed by that IPC gambler? Failure is always the best teacher. To save more lives, you must first understand what they live for.
Yeah, it's probably not enough now, but
The best way to achieve this is through
you might get an easy A, which is stupid to think about.
See? I'm already starting to make changes.
After 10 years
Whether it's us
on Dokkan, seeing who gets the easy A's after is going to be stupid.
And see if I can embrace all that I detest. I'll Only then will I truly be able to walk among the living in their world. But what if you can't do it?
Double Sunday indeed.
That's out of my hands.
That's a Raditz move.
It'll just prove that I'm still the same person. The person who always disappoints his sister.
It's time to fight.
Falling is just another name for flying. That's why I rejoice at my broken wings. Step into the mortal world to see how it truly is. Then, be born as a human. And die as one.
Let's wait.
A day of peaceful repose. And with my last breath, I'll join the weak in reaching my hands toward the sky. On the planet of festivities, whatever identities I once had, they no longer matter. It's not the gods who answer us, but ourselves from the future. I don't have much to say, but as it's time to part ways, here's one last piece of advice. When telling jokes, be sincere. Don't sweat the details, and above all, don't explain them every time.
So I know needs to listen to that.
Never mind. Maybe it's better for you not to joke at all. No objections from me. This is so annoying. How did I become so dull?
Yeah, that does look like something to put in Divergent.
Well, despite everything, try not to be too hard on yourself. There will always be people who are sad.
Alright.
Planet of festivities, land of the dreams. I say goodbye to my home. Should one desire to leave the stage for good, one must first step back onto the stage.
Alright, it's time to fight.
As expected, the trickiest thing is tuning yourself. These dissonant sounds are much too harsh.
There's no time here. It's
I've heard the call horn and doubt farewell.
come. It's ridiculous. You chose the wrong enemy.
Echoes of the past need not fade away. Follow me to the stars.
It's okay, Sunday. Those echoes of the past did not disappear in a sea of butterflies. You'll be able to find them.
Serenity is before me.
This mortal form.
Watch over you and guide you on your path.
Come. It's disorderly noise. They are part of the melody. Ranger.
Can you find the answer? You're sicky?
Here. It's thunder.
Doubt farewell.
There's no time. It's ridiculous. Show no mercy.
10 stacks consistently is so fun with Lightning Lord. This is ridiculous.
I'll see you off. Eternal sleeping. Return! Noise. Is that it?
Did that hurt?
Follow my charm. Here. It's thunder.
The return of is before me.
Disorderly noise. Nothing major. Is that it?
Alright. We get the healing.
There's no time to lose.
Can you find the answer?
Conflict is noisy.
Time has come. Let it be revealed.
Is it inevitable for me?
Do your thing.
Guide you on your path.
Show no mercy.
Bring him back up.
Before me.
Was that it?
Can you find the answer?
I'll see you off.
Heard the call.
Eternal state. And return! A thousand thanks. Repent.
Back to healing. Beautiful.
Farewell.
Conflict is show no mercy.
You're sippy?
There's no time to hear. It's thunder. You chose the wrong. Noisy.
I'll overcome the thorns. The remedy is before me.
This mortal.
Watch over
Sorry if I'm not speaking. I'm
you on
just
your path.
keeping everything in my head.
Show no mercy.
Let's play for a while.
So we can do this again.
Doubt farewell.
You're sippy? Can you find the answer?
Bring everyone off.
Eternal state. And return! Noisy. Conflict is noise. Bloom. A thousand thanks. Repent.
The battle is over. Let's see what happens.
On this 8th day, I grant myself departure.
Damn. There we go. Back to normal.
Well, how should I address you now? Mr. Sunday or Mr. One Week?
Whichever you prefer. He's probably mocking me from inside right now. Thank you for accompanying me through all this, Mr. Yang. This farewell journey has come to an end.
What are your plans after leaving Penacony?
At this point, there's no need to hide things from you.
I believe there's more to the incident involving the Stellaron on Penacony.
Of course there is.
Are you suggesting that the Dream Master wasn't the one controlling the Stellaron?
Don't worry. The Oak family was indeed behind seizing the Stellaron and resurrecting the fallen Eon during the Charmony Festival, and you've already defeated them. But Mr. Gopher Wood once told me that all the Order's efforts were aimed at avoiding the same mistakes that the Harmony made. My guess is that the family from the Montour system must be involved. Unfortunately, too much time has passed to verify that. Penacony is just a small territory, and even the family heads with their authority cannot enter the sacred site.
The Montour system.
The true will of the Great One.
Okay, so there's a family greater than the family here.
Shipe turned a blind eye. How could the strong defending the weak hold up?
That's crazy.
Mr. Yang, I just want to tell you this. The Harmony has more than one side. They can be the most steadfast ally of the Astral Express, or the most fearsome enemy.
Thank you for being honest with me. The efforts of the crew on Penacony were driven by the same concern. After all this, the Harmony and the Preservation will keep the situation on the planet of festivities in balance. With the momentum from the Trailblaze, more forces will arrive and Penacony will become a public space in the cosmos. Freedom is the only answer the Nameless can offer. I'm glad that Penacony needs it.
You and I both strive for a peaceful society, even if our reasons are different. And you've gone even further than I have. If not for our paths, perhaps you and I wouldn't be in opposition.
Don't sell yourself short. We're not fundamentally opposed.
Portia, what's good?
Otherwise, you wouldn't have shown me mercy in front of the Dream Master. This shared journey is my way of repaying you. After all, you are one of my trailblazing groups.
Oh?
About that, you've given me many insights as well. Humans are the measure of everything, and no one is the sole savior.
Glad you're doing good.
Creating a paradise remains one of my lifelong ambitions. As I move forward, I realize I must build it brick by brick. Therefore, I have a request that I hope you'll consider. While I lack the will to trailblaze, nor can I become a true nameless.
Doing okay, Portia.
I admire your convictions. Perhaps what I need, more than asceticism, is knowledge. Therefore, after leaving Penacony, would you consider letting me...
I'm pretty sure they said yes.
come aboard the Astral Express and travel with you for now?
Sundays are nameless. Let's go. That's kind of bound to happen. Sometime later.
So this is why I brought him here. Mr. Sunday wants to join us on the Express. Of course, I can't make that decision alone.
I learned the most valuable lessons from my past opponents. Please, say whatever's on your mind.
Bruh, March knows. The playable boss always gets nerfed.
Forgiveness. Perhaps I'll find the answer I'm looking for on this journey. And when that day comes,
Well, it would have been awesome if we had the Bronze Melody as a summon for Sunday.
I will do my best to fulfill my
You know, renewing buffs or attacking. But, whatever. It is what it is.
Now that our business on Penacony is settled, it's about
If he
time
buffs
we
summons, he should have had to summon himself.
our next warp job. Try.
Madam Hurt is not responding. Ooh. Let's...
No, we're still not quite there.
Madam Herta.
Indeed, this is only a minor ripple that no one will ever notice. So, you must also understand, for a genius, the importance of asking questions outweighs the importance of the answers themselves. So-called magic has its own set of principles. There are no mysteries in this universe that cannot be solved. So,
Whoa.
all-seeing presence. I ask you this. What is divinity?
Are we seriously gonna... Are we... God damn it, game. Why are you like this? Por qué? Like, you can't end it there. I know they're... Come on. Come on. You're not gonna do me like that. And just cause. Let's go ahead. Welt. You're coming home, buddy. Alright. Where's my boy? E6.
New adventures, new friends. Great, isn't it?
E6 Welt. Don't think I superimposed. No. I still have the one copy. I'm going to wait till I get maybe 3 more, then I'm going to get E5 or S5 is like I'm going to have to focus on making him more of a DPS though, so we'll see what happens. But E6 Welt. In the meantime, I'm just going to go ahead, make some dinner, and then in like maybe half an hour, I will be back with some Pokemon Unite. Okay? Thanks again for sticking around, and I'll be right back.